Good morning, everybody. Farmer Mike here. Farmer Mike here. I hope everybody's having a great day so far. It is a beautiful Long Island day. You know, a lot of you don't like this water, don't like all this rain. Personally, I'm loving it. There's nothing like rainwater for your crops. It has nitrogen in it, has a lot of benefits, and I'm happy to have it. I'd much rather rely on rainwater than city water anytime for my crops. You know, I remember my aunts in Italy, they used to tell me that when it would rain, they'd put the pot out for the pasta. So they boiled their rainwater, their pasta in rainwater, which is amazing. You know, we've lost a lot of those little cultural things that everybody brought with them to this country that they do in other countries. But we've retained enough of them. It's interesting stuff, though. You know, when you go to other countries, a lot of them have their own remedies rather than taking a pill like we do here. So, for example, in South America, if you have the flu, you want to take agua panela, which is a sugarcane product. And each country has different remedies. Europe, Italy, especially Italy, the Mediterranean, olive oil. That's their cure-all. That stuff is amazing for you. And you've heard me speak on this before, where you should be taking a shot of good premium olive oil every day. Now, I'm not talking about premium just because it costs more. Premium because of where it's grown. And it has to be grown in a hot, dry, and arid environment. And I've spoken about this before in some of my lives. And I have olive oil from Tunisia. That's North Africa, where it's very hot and dry. It's just a little south of Malta. Malta, I guess, is the closest island to it, and then its next island would be Sicily. So that whole area, that whole oval in the Mediterranean, that's where you get your best olive oil. Greece, Sardinia, southern Italy, Malta, Sicily, Morocco, Tunisia. All those sections, even Jerusalem or Israel, you know, that's part of that hot, dry, arid oval in the Mediterranean. That's where you want your olive oil to come from, because that's loaded with the best nutrients for you. And olive oil is the secret to the Mediterranean diet, as I'm sure many of you know. So anyway, of course, I have that olive oil here. I also have premium balsamic vinegars. The best balsamic vinegar in the world, they say, comes from Modena, Italy. All the balsamic vinegar that I have is imported from Modena, Italy. And you see different types, the way different types of them are made, they have different flavors. There's one, hello Andrew, how are you? Long time. There's one vinegar that, balsamic vinegar, you can put on ice cream. And the way they create these bottles is that they have these stoppers. You turn them completely upside down when you're pouring them, and it just drips out exactly what you need. So when you're mixing your oil and vinegar, it's a no-brainer. You don't have to think about anything. Try it. They're expensive. They're I don't like to give prices over the internet here, but you know, they're premium. They're less expensive than anywhere else you would buy them, because I always seem to be a little less expensive than everyone. You know, not only in the olive oil, but also in the vinegar, in the balsamic vinegars, and my eggs, my cheeses, mozzarella cheese. So all that stuff is much cheaper, and it's a premium quality. So that being said, we are open throughout this rainstorm whenever it ends. Tomorrow's supposed to be a beautiful day, but I am here now, and only got one leak. One leak in the farm stand today. So we're in good shape. I was a little worried about it, thinking I'd come in this morning and inside the farm stand there'd be water everywhere, but just one little drip, which is awesome. You know, when I bought the roof of the, as a matter of fact, you can see it here. It's clear, but I bought it used. So used meaning it was already up in a structure, screwed in, and then they took it down. So what I would do is all the holes, the former screw holes, I would fill in with silicone. and after time, silicone wears and comes out, and you got the hole again. So that happens. We have a leak right over here, but that's just a matter of putting the silicone back in or something. You know, there's many different products that I have a choice from, but the silicone seems to last the longest. But anyway, hello. Okay, yeah. Does that say Alan? Hello, Alan. How are you? Sorry, don't have my glasses on. Don't have my glasses on. They're right here. Anyway, we have the farm stand is loaded with produce. We have begun picking lettuce. And any of you that have been here before, you know how amazing my lettuce is. So the lettuce that's on the farm stand now is red romaine, which is nice, delicious. Tastes just like regular romaine, but it's red. And it's beautiful looking lettuce. We also have a lettuce, a premium lettuce called Grenoblese. That's the Italian way that they pronounce, I don't even know how to say it in French. It's a French lettuce from the town of Grenoble. Grenoble? I don't know. Corinne's not here tomorrow. Corinne's, you all know her. She's from France. And she tells me the right way to pronounce these things. But in the meantime, we'll just call it Grenoblese because that's the Italian pronunciation. And I get the seeds from Italy, even though it's a French seed and a French lettuce. But delicious, delicious lettuce. Delicate. Excuse me. Delicate. How's it going, Ellen? Delicate. It's not going to last you more than 4 or 5 days. This is not supermarket lettuce that's going to last you 8 weeks or whatever. All my stuff, especially the lettuces, they're all farm fresh stuff. It's not going to last as long as your supermarket stuff because it's not screwed around with. So, hello, Jerry. How's it going? Hope you guys are staying dry. It has stopped raining for now. And, you know, I just love this kind of heavy rains because when I go out to the field tomorrow and look at these guys, they're just propping up and just happy and ready to be picked. So we'll be picking lettuces tomorrow. We have it also today. The third lettuce that we have is, what's it called? Regina DiMaggio. Regina DiMaggio. It's a nice head lettuce, nice crunchy head with a bunch of side leaves. That's pretty amazing. And then it's just, after this, it's just full force picking lettuces just about every day. The season for lettuce, for these type of delicate lettuces, is not that long. For the delicate Italian lettuces, we're talking about 3 weeks, maybe 4 max. And as soon as we get into July and it gets super hot, then they're not happy and they begin to bolt. So anyway, that's what we have going as far as that goes. Now, in the meantime, actually tomorrow we're going to be picking. We're also going to be picking kale, collard greens, Tuscan kale, curly kale, collard greens, and we'll have to see what else is out there. We're going to have to check. We also have growing out there. Oh, we're going to get some spring onions tomorrow. Yes, I've got to remind myself about that because this time of year, the spring onions are amazing, and it's any day on garlic. I haven't checked it today. I'll check it tomorrow. It's almost ready. And I know a lot of people, what they like to do, a lot of farmers, they like to cure it for a couple of weeks. Not me. I like it young. I pull it out of the ground, bring it home, saute it up. It's freaking delicious. I don't sell the scapes individually. I sell the whole stalk. It's some people sell those scapes for $4 each, which is, to me, it's freaking nuts. But in any case, that's going to be any time now. If not tomorrow, then sometime next week we'll have garlic. And I'm going to have the black garlic and my regular garlic and the black garlic we will have tomorrow. Not tomorrow, possibly tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then next week. I don't anticipate it going anywhere past next week. And what I'd like to do is, since I don't cure it, I just pull it, hang it in the farm stand, and you come and take it. Because garlic at a very young age is super sweet. As you cure it, as time goes by, it gets more and more, this is done already, it gets more and more garlicky flavor, more strong garlicky flavor. Speaking of which, actually not speaking of which, I'm just cooking myself some breakfast here on the grill. I'm going to be baking pies too all day. We have blueberry crumb, Dutch apple. If you're staying inside and you want to grab a pie, just shoot me a text at 631-480-6497. Folks, don't call me. Please text. This day and age, who's got time to talk on the phone anymore? Somebody called me the other day. Very, very, very sweet elderly woman, and she said, "Can you give me directions?" It's like, okay, yeah, all right, I'll give you directions. And she wrote down the directions as I gave them to her. She was coming from Bayshore. I didn't want to ask her, just look up GPS. Obviously, that was not an option to her. So happy to give her directions. But after I got off the phone, it was like 10 minutes. I was like, man, that was a long time. Who's got time for that? We got stuff to do. But, I remember many years ago, about 30, 40 years ago, I was food and beverage director of the largest catering facility in the East Coast. It was called the Colony Hill. Supposedly, the Colony Hill was built by misappropriated pension funds from the Teamsters Union. Whole mafia-built thing. So they say. I don't know this for a fact. So they say. And I worked there, and I had 110 servers and 22 bartenders. And it took me 4 hours to call them all to let them know about the schedule. Which was a real pain in the ass. I mean, we would post a weekly schedule, but if there was a change, a cancellation of a party or something like that, I had to call them all. It took a hell of a long time. Just talking took so long. Now, I can text 1,500 customers like that. It's amazing. It's amazing the way technology has so many good uses for us, for farmers especially, and a lot of farmers just don't use them. They're old school. You can be the best grower on Long Island. If you don't get the word out through some kind of marketing, nobody's going to know about you. So you got to use every tool of communication that there is as far as I'm concerned. All right, so anyway, back to the farm stand. We also have today corn from Florida, non-GMO, non-organic, and I took one home last night. Delicious. Not as good as Long Island corn. The Long Island corn won't be ready till 4th of July weekend, más o menos, more or less. We're hoping for 4th of July weekend. So there used to be a phrase many years ago called knee-high for Long Island corn, knee-high on 4th of July, which means obviously that corn would be up to your knee by 4th of July. But farmers on Long Island didn't want to lose out on that revenue for 4th of July weekend. Everybody wants corn. So they started growing under plastic. So now corn is ready 4th of July weekend, which is pretty good. Plastic has some good uses too, as long as you reuse the stuff. Anyway, and that's what we do here, by the way. So if you have jars, you have egg cartons, plastic, styrofoam, paper, cardboard, bring them. We will reuse them. We reuse almost everything here. Odd jars, not mason jars, jars like, jars you would buy at the supermarket. Those I don't need anymore. I got plenty of those. Right now I'm looking for mason jars, honey jars, things I could put my stuff in. For example, let me see if I can grab one and show you. Yeah, these kind of jars. If you have any of these at home from My Honey or any of the products that I sell, I also sell trail mix, granola, crumbled feta cheese, pickled ginger rather, and all those goes in glass jars. So if you have any of those kicking around at the house, please bring them by, because I have gone through 20 cases of 72 jars since March, and I got like 10 jars left. And the jars are freaking expensive this year. I had bought them last year from a place that was going out of business, so I got a really good deal on it. But jars are like, I called Uline. They wanted $1.45 or $1.35 per jar. I was like, well, I thought you were wholesale. So they're supposed to be. Anyway, so if you have those jars, you have plastic, these plastics here that I use for the strawberries, bring them back and we'll use them. Better to reuse this stuff. But please, bring my product back, the stuff that I give you back. Don't bring me other stuff. Don't bring me the Driscoll strawberry. Hello, William. How you doing, bro? Don't bring me the Driscoll clamshells, because that's not what I use here. So, all right. So anyway, back to what we have. Corn from Florida. Watermelon we brought up from the Carolinas. He came yesterday. This gentleman's super nice, kind of unreliable. He was supposed to bring me watermelon for the past 3 weeks from the Carolinas. This week he brought it to me. Charges me a lot, but I took one home last night. It has seeds in it. Excuse me, but it's delicious. Super sweet. It tastes like Caribbean watermelon. So good. It tastes like my watermelon in late July.